Hello and welcome back to the Efficient Skillet. My name is Willie and I hope that you're doing extremely well out there. I know that I am. Today's a great day. I got my new MAGA t-shirt. I got my new MAGA hat. Here's my old one. It was getting I think I see some signs of wear on it, so it's time to get a new one. We're going to be making a really good dish today. Creamy garlic and mushroom chicken over fresh spinach. Fasten your seatbelts. This is a good one. Okay, what we're going to do is start out with 3 large chicken breasts, and what we're going to do is cut them into large chunks about like this. If you got some that's really thick, you might want to half them about like that. Same thing here. We want big chunks of chicken breast. This one's a little too thick, so we're going to half it. There we go. Make sure you trim all the fat off too. All right, the next thing you want to do is lay them out on your chopping board, and what we're going to do is season these puppies. All right, there we go. Now what I recommend is the Greek seasoning. You can get this at Livingston, H-E-B, or Walmart. So anyway, just season them, pretty normally. Then what you want to do is flip them to the other side and season. Next thing we're going to do, now that we've cut up our chicken and seasoned it, we're going to put just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil inside our pan. I've got it turned up to 400. And I'm using California olive ranch. That is the very best, absolute best you can get on the market. And you can get it right here in Livingston Walmart. Not H-E-B, because H-E-B is complacent and doesn't really care. But you can get it at Walmart. And to this extra virgin olive oil, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of real butter. Do not ever use margarine or fake butter on these cooking videos. That's for losers, and we're not losers at the Efficient Skillet. We're winners. We cook good food, not stupid food. Now that your butter's melting pretty good and your pan's nice and hot, we're going to go ahead and add these chunks of chicken. And what we're going to do is cook them for about 3 minutes on each side. I'm going to fill this whole pan with all my chicken. Okay, our chicken's been cooking for 4 minutes on this side. Now we're going to flip it over to the other side and do 4 minutes on the other side. Three to 4 minutes, whichever. Either way is fine. 4 is just you're more sure that it's fully cooked if you do the 4 minutes. But flip it over and 4 minutes on the other side. And what you want to attain, the reason I had my skillet all the way up to 400 is because I like that nice brown sear on that chicken. That adds a tremendous amount of flavor to it. So, okay, our chicken's been cooking for another 4 minutes on this side. Now, when it comes to this chicken, what you want to do is make sure that it's fully cooked whenever you're doing it. Okay, mine 4 minutes on each side. My chicken, the really thick ones, I slice them down to make them thinner. And so this chicken's fully cooked, and we're going to go ahead and take it off the heat. And it will continue to cook even after you take it off the heat. And it's still going to cook some more when we bring it back into the picture shortly here. So remove your chicken, put it in a bowl like I'm doing, and then we're ready for the next step. Okay, for the next step, we're going to take 2 8-ounce packages of these common white mushrooms that you'll find in the produce section at the grocery store. Again, HEB, Walmart, Brookshire Brothers, all here in Livingston. Now, before you use these mushrooms, make sure you wash them thoroughly. The way you wash these mushrooms is, what I do is I put them in a colander like this, and I just rinse them real good, like this. Shake the colander, and do this for a couple of minutes. Just to make sure, you always want to have clean food, you want healthy food, you want safe food. So whenever you're using fresh vegetables, other than if they've been triple washed, like the kale and the collard greens that I do that come in a package that it says it's been triple washed, other than stuff like that, always wash your vegetables like carrots and mushrooms, potatoes. Once you get your mushrooms washed, what you want to do is just do thick slices like that. Take your next one. What I do is I turn it on upside down, and I just go like that, nice thick slices. Now, everybody in the world that I know, other than my wife, loves mushrooms. I don't know why Angel doesn't love mushrooms, but she just doesn't. So she probably won't watch this video, so I'm probably safe saying that. I hope she doesn't watch it. Okay, with our skillet nice and hot still, it's still turned all the way up. You got all this stuff on the bottom that came out from the chicken and stuff. That's a lot of flavor. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add another tablespoon of real butter. I love to watch real butter melt because it's so good. It's just so awesome, man. All right, with our butter in there, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take all 16 ounces of our mushrooms and we're gonna put them in the pan. Now what we're doing at this point is we're browning our mushrooms and cooking them and brown them. Whatever you do, do not sprinkle anything onto these mushrooms at that point or they won't brown and they'll just turn into a soggy mess. Do not salt them, do not put anything on them. Just leave them just like this. Kind of stir them around a little bit until they get brown. And all that stuff on the bottom, that chicken stuff that's left in there, it just adds to the flavor, man. Okay, as you can see, our mushrooms are cooking along. A lot of water comes out of them. Just let it keep cooking. These have been cooking for about 4 minutes now. I'm gonna go ahead and add 1 more tablespoon of real butter to this. Real butter's just good. It's just good. Add 1 more tablespoon and let your mushrooms continue to cook here. They're taking on a nice browning now. Looks really good. Okay, with our mushrooms browning just about as perfect as they can be browned, next thing I'm gonna do is I took a half a yellow onion and chopped it finely chopped. Not the word finally, like he finally got here. No, finely as in fine. Very finely chopped. We're gonna add that to the mushrooms. Then we're gonna take 4 cloves of minced garlic. And continue to cook and brown. Okay, our onions and garlic have been cooking for about 3 minutes now, along with our mushrooms. And what we're gonna do at this point is I'm gonna add 2 large pinches of kosher salt. And then we're gonna also pepper. So basically what we're doing is we're salting and peppering to taste. The 2 large pinches of kosher salt works for me. And of course you wanna stir it in. Now comes one of my favorite parts of whenever I do this stuff. If there's one thing I just love, part of the great enjoyment of cooking and being into food, you know, and preparation and all that is the sense of smell. I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of fresh rosemary, a tablespoon of fresh thyme, nicely chopped up, 1 tablespoon of parsley. All of these are fresh parsley, fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, and 1.5 tablespoon of green onions, chopped finely, sliced green onions, 1.5 tablespoons. And you just start working it all in there. And oh man, and the reason this is one of my favorite parts is because the smell is just so good. Oh man, I love the smell of that. Oh man, the smell. If y'all, I wish they had smell-o-vision, because man, if y'all could just smell how good this is. And you'll notice earlier when we put those 16 ounces of mushrooms on, there was a lot of liquid in the bottom. It's all kind of gone away now. So we've cooked all these herbs and spices. I hate to sound stupid. That sounds goofy on those commercials. Herbs and spices. Anyway, all our herbs and spices have cooked out into this now. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add 3 cups of heavy whipping cream. And stir it around. We're gonna let this cook for about 3 more minutes, and then we're gonna take the next step. With our mixture cooking here for about 3 more minutes, the next step we're gonna do is I've got 4 ounces of fresh grated Parmesan cheese. We're gonna sprinkle into this, pour it in, whatever. And let's just emulsify it into this increasingly rich, savory, and yes, I'm gonna say that word, delicious mixture here. And we're gonna stir this for about 3 more minutes. It seems like everything works on a 3-minute scale. I don't know why, but that's just the way it seems to be. Our mixture's been cooked, our cream mixture's been cooking for about 3 more minutes. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our chicken, and we're just gonna work it down into here. You put them in and just kind of push them down in there. That's what you do. So there'll be little, or actually large little pieces of chicken all in this. Once you have your chicken down in there, we're gonna reduce our heat down to about 250 degrees, nice low temperature. Our chicken's in there, it's gonna finish fully cooking now. And we're just gonna put our lid on there and give this about 8 to 10 minutes, and we're done. Okay, our chicken's been cooking in our creamy mixture for about 8 to 10 minutes now. That's plenty of time. We're gonna turn our heat off. And it's time to reveal the masterpiece. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here it is. Now, the way I designed this dish, I designed it to go over a bed of fresh spinach. Do not add anything to this spinach. Do not salt it. Do not put any salad dressing on it of any kind. Just naked, fresh spinach. What you're gonna do is take a piece, some of this chicken, nice big chunks of it like this. You're gonna put it on that fresh spinach. Get some of these really nice mushroomy cream out of here, cream sauce, and put it all over it. Now, when I made this for my wife not too long ago, I said, Angel, eat it over fresh spinach. First thing she said is, really? How come it doesn't go over rice? I said, Angel, because I designed it to go over fresh spinach. And once you try this, you'll understand why. And when she tried it, I was watching her face and the light came on. And it was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was one of those kind of moments. It's that good. Okay, let's give it the good old taste test. Well, the cut into it and then the taste test. The chicken's very moist and juicy. It's packed, I mean packed with flavor. Next thing you want to do is once you cut a little piece of chicken off, Get you some of these spinach leaves with the cream sauce all over it, and the mushrooms and all that. Get that piece of chicken in there. Wow. Mmm. Oh. Man, that is so good. That is so good. Folks, you're gonna love this stuff. I strongly encourage you to try this recipe. Wow. Give me some more, man. I put extra mushrooms in it. 16 ounces. That's a lot of mushrooms. Oh man, that's good. Wow. So anyway, I hope you try it, and I hope you like it. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button, and you can email us, efficientskillet@gmail.com. Make America great again.